The mayor in Boston, Michelle Wu, she was criticized last year because she suggested giving illegals, even as young as 11 years old, voting rights. Then in December of 2023, she hosted a secret elected of color holiday party, and white officials were not allowed to attend. And she said her city will not cooperate with Donald Trump's mass deportation effort, despite ICE rounding up 4 alleged child rapists and also a suspected member of the MS-13 gang.
Hey guys, you are not going to believe this one. The mayor of Boston, Michelle Wu, just expressed condolences, not to the victims of an attempted knife attack, but to the attacker's family. A guy chases people with a knife into a Chick-fil-A, ignores police commands, gets stopped by an off-duty cop, and this is where her sympathy goes? This is the kind of leadership we're dealing with in America's biggest liberal cities. Watch this clip and tell me if this makes any sense to you.
Yeah, well, there was this guy that was in a Chick-fil-A, because this could add to a resume, was at a Chick-fil-A, and he was in an active, he was caught trying to stab 2 people. Mayor Wu, then he ended up getting killed by an off-duty cop. Mayor Wu expressed condolences to the attacker. Listen to her.
My condolences and all of our thoughts are with the family of the individual whose life has been lost. And I'm also thinking of all the people who were impacted here today in one of the busier parts of the city with this tragedy.
I dare her. She's flanked behind her. You see all these cops. Right. And this person tried to take on cops. And she offers condolences to the person that was trying to, I don't care about the person that tried to stab the cop. If he died as a result of it, offer him Christ, and, you know, he's going to have his judgment day. But, I mean, it's just not common sense to do that.
Well, here's what makes no sense. So you're looking at Back Bay, the really nice neighborhood in downtown Boston, and this couple was being chased down the street by a man with a knife, threatening to kill him. They ran into the Chick-fil-A to seek shelter, and there was an off-duty cop in there, and the off-duty cop pulls out a gun and tells the guy to put the knife down, and he didn't do it, and he shot the person who was trying to kill the people. And so that is the family that the mayor is apologizing to and sending condolences to. The family of the guy with the knife who tried to kill, it sounds like at least 2 people, maybe 3, maybe 10.
Just so liberal.
It's upside down.
Suffolk County, Massachusetts District Attorney Kevin Hayden, his office is leading the post-shooting investigation. He offered thoughts and prayers to the unidentified assailant's family and friends, too. What is going on?
And finally, before we leave,
they lose.
When those mayors go in front of the panel, Steve, those Ivy League presidents got consulted by attorneys. And they were scripted by their attorneys. So these mayors should watch it.
Can't help
they
you.
look like they're trying to, avoid a lawsuit like these were, or arrogantly say, this is what the people want. Well, it's people outside your little bubble, I'm pretty sure have moved past.
Well, Brian, I think what they're going to do is they're going to say, our city charter says we have to do this. And so the lawyers tell me that's all I can do. Eric Adams, you know, he's going to sit down and he's going to say, look, he's going to be able to say, hey, I'm cooperating with the Trump administration because I signed that executive order that allowed ICE to return to Rikers Island. But the others, they're going to be right down to the letter of the law as their protection.
So the follow-up question is then, if they say the city charter is this way, are you going to change it? Like, you can't just
And then they're going to say, well, I need the whole council.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but we have your support of changing the charter so we can arrest criminal migrants, right? You know?
Brian was saying,
preview.
Don't let them in the country. If they're here illegally, get them out. And Mayor Adams said, if they're here in our city, he said, because we're a sanctuary city, if they're paying taxes, even if they're illegal, they should have the right to hospitals and the police and all of our services. But he said, if they're criminals, I support ICE going in.
That's where he draws the line.
The problem is they will back up their statements. Everything we think is outrageous and gotcha, no, they want to be got.
They'll have answers.
No, but their answers are, I am for illegal immigrants in here. I am for giving the Heisman to ICE. And that's where it's all going to, the facts will indict them.
The Heisman to ICE or the Iceman to ICE?
Let them keep doing it. They'll lose elections. I mean, it's just common sense.
But not in these cities. Republicans don't run anybody.
So
that's a good point,
it's going to be fireworks on Capitol Hill on Wednesday.
Cuomo's running.
You'll see it
here.
Here's your Republican.
Okay, first off, guys, if you are fed up with this kind of insanity, hit that like button. It helps us get this video out to more people who need to see what's really going on out there. All right, instead of standing with the victims or even thanking the off-duty cop for stepping in, Mayor Wu's first response was to express condolences for the attacker. I want y'all to think about that. A guy was actively trying to stab people in broad daylight. He gets stopped before he can do more damage, and her concern is with his family. Where's the sympathy for the innocent people who were terrified and nearly killed? Where's the support for the officer who actually took action and is a hero? The guys, this isn't the first time Michelle Wu has put politics before public safety. She's supported giving illegal immigrants, including children as young as 11, the right to vote. She held a holiday party where white officials were banned from attending. She's refused to cooperate with Trump's deportation efforts, even when ICE was arresting alleged child rapists and MS-13 gang members. And now, she's expressing sympathy for a violent criminal instead of standing by law-abiding citizens. Boston, just like so many other Democrat-run cities, is following the same pattern, guys. Weak on crime policies, sympathy for criminals, no accountability for their failures. We saw the same thing in New York. We saw the same thing in LA. Criminals walk free. Law-abiding citizens have to live in fear. I mean, how many more cases like this before people finally say enough is enough and they vote somebody else in? What message does this send to the criminals? Think about it. If you attack innocent people, the government might feel sorry for you. What does it say to the police officers that if they do their job, city leadership won't even have their backs? And what would happen if that off-duty cop hadn't been there? Would we be talking about multiple innocent lives lost instead? Guys, do you think that Michelle Wu's response was justified, or was this just another example of failed leadership? What should city leaders be doing to actually keep their communities safe? And guys, are we going to see even more crime in liberal-run cities because of leadership like this? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And guys, if you want to support the channel and keep exposing this nonsense, consider becoming a channel member, guys. I appreciate everyone for the support. Couldn't do it without you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.